Hey guys, so our most requested video that everybody asks about, what are the animals you have at home? So today we're going to go down the list and we're going to show you all the different creatures that we share our house with.
Starting with this monster.
Starting with this guy. So this is Zazu, and he's probably, whoop, there he goes. He's probably our most famous animal that we have, and he is a Von der Decken's hornbill. Zazu. Zazu. Hey, there you are, huh? Hi, buddy. So you can see he's very curious and he's really excitable. He's really, really cool. Now, a lot of people ask about our video. They want to see our pets. We don't really have very many pets. He's not a pet. So we call him an animal ambassador. He's an animal that we do educational displays with, things like that. I would not call him a pet, and I absolutely do not recommend him as a pet to literally anyone. This is a very, very complex animal with really, really specific requirements, very specific dietary requirements. He gets into literally everything, as behind me he's trying to figure out how to catch fish again, or he'll pull the plants out of there and eat them too. And so we're gonna go down through all these different animals, but we do like to make the point that we have exotic creatures here. We don't count them as pets, okay? A pet is like a dog, a cat, a domesticated animal. Exotic animals like this, you can have a bond with, you can share your home with, but they are never a pet like a dog is.
Do you want to show everybody what he lives in?
Yeah. So this is Zazu's home right here. And this is actually pretty cool because what we did is we took a dog kennel and turned that into a giant bird cage. And so we kind of made a custom setup here because if you try to get a custom bird cage, they're super expensive. So we got this dog kennel and then we set this up for him, and it has all these ropes and perches in there and he bounces around among them. And then he has a bunch of toys in there as well.
I think the last time we did the video, we didn't have the mesh. Do you want to let everyone know why we have to have mesh?
Yeah, so if you notice, there's a mesh here between the bars. Somehow, he does fit between those. This guy right here can fit between those bars, okay? So you wouldn't think so, looking at him, especially looking at that schnoz right there, but he can actually fit through those bars, so we had to mesh the entire thing.
We came home a few times and he was just
wreaking havoc in the kitchen.
Yep, literally in the kitchen or soaking wet because he fell in the fish tank, so
yeah,
we didn't want to risk anything happening to him, so we did have to mesh it off.
You might have noticed the fish tank behind me. We're talking about Zazu. Check this guy out. He's moving around right there. I just dropped a shrimp in there for him. So he is a three-toed amphiuma. And this crazy looking thing is actually kind of salamander, and he's huge. You can see his body goes all the way back in there. And so they're a very long, almost limbless species of salamander. And so their limbs are these little tiny nubs right there. You can see right there. And he's got 3 little toes, hence his name, a three-toed amphiuma. And they're a predatory salamander, and his favorite food is shrimp. And so I just dropped a shrimp in there, and there's another one somewhere over there. And so that's what he's trying to find right now. Now his eyes are also vestigial, just like his limbs are, which means they don't really work very well. So he's almost entirely blind. So he's sniffing around trying to find that shrimp. But we also have some fish in here with the amphiuma, and we have to be very selective about what fish we put in here. They have to be very quick fish and very alert because he'll definitely eat them. And how do we know that? Well, take a guess. Okay. Yeah, we've had some of the slower fish get picked off. So these guys are survival of the fittest group over here.
So in the last month and a half, we actually adopted 2 new animals, which we're going to show you today. I'm going to take the first one out right now. She is absolutely beautiful. She came from a friend that can no longer care for her. She hasn't been handled though very much in the last 3 years, so she doesn't like being held. We are trying to work with her. You'll notice on camera she moves a lot, so we're going to see how she is. So this beautiful girl, her name is Cypress. She's a patternless pine snake. This is actually the calmest I've ever seen her because she's shedding. Usually they get a little bit crazier when they're shedding. You guys can hear she's very hissy, that's just what she does. But she is very sweet. She doesn't bite, but she does bluff, she does hiss. Look at her, she is so pretty. I'm obsessed with this snake. It's okay, pretty girl. Let's put her here so you guys can see her. She's about 5 feet, would you say? Longer? Yeah. Longer than that? So that is something that pine snakes do.
An idea of her size.
She has to be over 5 feet.
Yeah, she's over 5 feet. Beautiful, beautiful animal. Now you can see the eyes have that bluish tint, so she is opaque. She's definitely going to be shedding pretty soon here. And that bluish color happens because the... That's something she wanted to say. But yeah, so you get that bluish coloration before the snake sheds. They'll secrete a liquid between the new skin and the old skin, and that liquid is blue. And so on the ocular scale, you'll actually be able to see it very clearly. And then also on the belly, you can kind of see it a little bit too. But yeah, it's like a 6-foot snake.
So instead of taking all the snakes out, we already did an entire YouTube video on the snake room with all the snakes. Should we just take out the highlights and then quickly go over the other snakes that we have?
Sure.
Let's
so
do that.
This is one of the highlights for sure.
Oh my goodness, I love her. Look at her. She's also my first snake. I know that's pretty surprising. Chris has about 15 snakes, but this is my first snake. So I love her so much.
So we can put her back, and we'll take out Olive, I think. That's everybody's favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is Olive, the olive python, and I've had her since 2012. And she's a rescue, and she actually came from a rescue in Missouri, and she came over with Saul, if you guys know that alligator, and then Aries the crocodile, actually from the same place. And so I've had her since, 2012. See, she's beautiful. She's like 11 feet long, and big olive pythons like this, not something you see a lot of here in the US, so feel pretty special to have her. We're back inside the house and wanted to show you some of our baby turtles we have over here. And so we have some little baby Indian spotted turtles. They're really cute.
I see one. Where's the other one?
Over there.
Oh, there he is. So we have 2, and then we have, this guy right here, little slider. And pretty soon we're gonna move these guys outside into one of those like big black Rubbermaid tubs, right?
Yeah.
Because they are getting pretty big. But for now they are happy here. They're so cute, I love them. They've gotten so big since we first got them. Look at this one. So big now.
Yeah, they're cute. And then we'll show you briefly, just kind of look at the snake room really quick. It's a little bit messy, but we've got just wall-to-wall snakes over here. Now, a point that I do like to make is that almost every snake in here I have because somebody wanted to get it as a pet and then they couldn't take care of it anymore. I didn't buy any of these snakes. Every one of them in here ended up getting stuck on me because, again, somebody had it and they couldn't take care of it anymore, or they're moving or things like that. And some of those are, those are understandable things that happen in life, but we just try to remind everybody, if you're going to get an animal, please try to make sure you can take care of it the rest of its life.
And like we said, we did do an entire video showing the snake room. Let's just run through them really quick so we can kind of tally them up. So we have
ball python, king snake, sand boa, ball python, sand boa, pine snake, red tail, Dumerel's boa, red tail, olive, Cuban boa.
How many is that?
Whatever. I don't know. Whoever's counting. There you go.
Okay. Should we do the birds next?
Yeah, let's check out the birds.
So we actually have a bird room. Wow, you're so tall. Lucky does not stop screaming, so I think the best thing to do is maybe take him out of the room so we can introduce everybody to Elmo.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go get Lucky quick. We'll go do that.
Elmo, you want to see? Good boy. It's his favorite thing in the world is sunflower seeds. Give me a kiss. Oh. Whoop, he dropped it. There you go. So Elmo is our rescue eclectus parrot. He's a male. This species is actually sexually dimorphic, and so they at first thought they were completely different species because the male and female look so dissimilar from each other. So the males are bright green like this, and then the females are like red and purple, and they're really, really cool. You want to have a seat? Yeah. So, if you haven't noticed by now, he's a little naked chicken, okay? You can see his naked breasts right there and everything. And so, well, he's a little scared of the phone there.
He's scared of everything.
Hey, it's okay, look, it's okay. Have a seat. There you go.
We rescued him almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
We were told that he was attacked by a hawk twice. He was actually attacked by a Harris hawk. So he just has really bad anxiety. You want to talk about what he does to his wings?
Yeah, so as you can see, he's a severe plucker. Oh, look at that. And he actually rips holes in his wings. So like, you know, if this is my wing, like right through here, he actually rips holes. He self-mutilates.
Yeah.
And that's just due to his stress and trauma. Look at him right now, he's a little freaked out still.
So
Hi.
we can't touch him, we can't pet him, we can't pick him up. We just have a big cage for him, and we kind of let him just do his thing. The door is always open. If he wants to come out, he can come out. He's right by the window, so he gets to look outside.
And he goes in and out of his cage all day. He's kind of free to do whatever he wants. But he's just had such a traumatic life, and we just try to give him the best life that we can, you know, with the circumstances he has. What's really sad is he has an extensive vocabulary. He knows a ton of different words, but he's just always so nervous and freaked out and everything that you don't often hear him do anything. But he does know a lot of different words and different sounds, and it's really, really cool.
You can see his beak is kind of messed up. We don't know why. His nostril's kind of funny. He walks really funny. We think his ankle maybe was broken and.
But he's definitely missing some toe.
Yeah, he's missing a few toes, and the veterinarian suggested that mutilators like this will actually rip off their toes because of stress. So yeah, he's the toughest rescue we've had. We've had a lot of ups and downs with him. We actually have him on CBD oil now, and that seems to be helping a little bit, but he's never going to be normal. But we love him anyway.
That was the last one. I think he's still really cute, but...
Oh, he absolutely is.
We just, I know everybody's going to ask, will his feathers ever grow back? The entire time we've had him, that's the most feathers he's ever had, actually, very recently. It is very unlikely he will ever grow back his feathers, that he will ever be normal. He's probably going to be like this for the rest of his life, but we just try to give him the best care that we can.
So he's probably gonna scream because he always screams. This is Lucky. He is our conure. We actually adopted him 2 years ago from Palm Beach Parrot Sanctuary. He's super sweet, super cuddly. His previous owner, I guess, was going into assisted living. She was older and couldn't take her bird, which is really sad. So he's about 6 years old now. We don't know what kind of conure he is. We were told he's a hybrid between like a white-eyed conure and a mitred conure. Not really sure. And then over here we have Sweet Pea, and she is a parrotlet, which I believe is the smallest parrot species, or at least one of the smallest parrot species. And I actually got her in New York from Craigslist. Somebody was rehoming her. So I got her and I've had her, and she came from New York to Florida with me, and she's super cute. She doesn't really like being pet or cuddled. See? So she just sits on my finger, but Lucky really enjoys being cuddled. He's seriously the best bird. He's very bonded with me though. He used to be very sweet with Chris, and now he's very protective. So if Chris tries to like touch me when Lucky's on me, he'll try to bite him, which is something we see a lot with parrots. They just get very bonded. I wish he wasn't like that, but unfortunately he is. But that's okay, because I love you anyway. Yes, I do. Should we go outside and see the turtles now?
Sure.
Yeah?
So this is my little snapping turtle. His name is Swampy. You can see him. He's pretty cute. Hi, buddy. I love his neck. He's got all the tubercles sticking out. Hey, little guy. So he is a common or a Florida snapping turtle. He's not an alligator snapping turtle, so he's not the kind that gets like 200 pounds, but he could end up getting like 30 or 40 pounds. That'd be pretty cool. And he's an educational animal. Does he look cute?
Yeah, my goodness, it looks like he has like a mohawk.
Hey, buddy.
He's so funny.
Let's why don't we go outside and see the other other turtles that we have. He's got this big, huge tank.
He does, a really big tank.
All right, so we're gonna show you this side in just a second. That's Petunia and the chickens, but first we're gonna go take a look at the box turtles. So this is their habitat. Let's see.
I bet you he's under there. Is he?
One of them is.
Is it Basil?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Basil's favorite spot.
There he is. So that's Basil, and let's see if he'll get excited for that. Oh, look at him. He loves worms.
Loves worms. And we also got a really exciting addition last week that I'm really excited to show you guys because it's just so cool. So we got him from a gentleman that had him a long time. I'm not sure where he got him from. We actually got one redfoot from him as well, which we're gonna meet in a second. So I named him Basil. He's a Florida box turtle. I think he was chewed on by a dog or something, you know, if you take a look at his shell.
Very chewed up.
Yeah, he's very chewed up. Underneath his tail's kind of messed up. So, yeah, but I mean, it just goes to show you how strong these guys are. They are survivors. So look at all, that's all healed. Now we got a second box turtle, like I mentioned. He's right over here. So we named her Sage. Do you want to talk a little bit about her, babe?
Well, she came from someone that, so the woman that gave it to us, her mother had her before, and then her grandmother had this same turtle before that. So they had this turtle since the, what was it, the 40s?
1941.
1941. They've had this turtle in their family and could no longer take care of it, so we just took this one on.
She's still pretty nervous. Like I said, we've only had her like a week and a half. I actually have not seen her eat yet. Do you want to see if she'll take that from you?
Yeah, let's see. So this turtle is, I think the best thing is just wait until she comes out a little bit and I'll drop it. But so this turtle is at least 80 years old.
Which is amazing. So the previous owner absolutely, what are you doing?
Freaking out.
Absolutely loved her. I don't think she's had worms before though. She was feeding her box turtles cat food and bananas, so there's definitely better options. So I think this is all new to her. I'm thinking she's kind of confused.
She's scared. She's gonna run away with her prize.
Basil's like, what about me?
Here, I put pellets out here this morning for you.
He loves the tortoise chow. So yeah, these are our 2 box turtles. And we usually spray them down every morning. Right? Every morning they get a little bit of fresh water and we hose them. I love this enclosure just because it's so natural looking. And there's lots of hides for them. So.
All right, let's go see Petunia and the chickens.
No, the Tegu and the monitor.
Oh, okay.
Since they're out here.
Yep.
Also, can we just talk about like how cool this is?
Yeah,
this is their Instagram page is called Let Us Grow, like let us grow, but let us grow. And I've had it for 2 weeks. I reached out to them to see if they would send me one so I can grow like fruits and veggies for our animals. So I'm obsessed with this. This is lettuce that I'm going to feed the tortoises, cucumbers, peppers. So I'm really excited about that.
So you want to just show the enclosure?
We can show the enclosure, and then if you think he'll come out, maybe. He's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, so this
now.
is where the Tegu is, and then we have our water monitor over there. And the Tegu is an invasive species. It's an Argentine Tegu, so they're native South America. And I caught this one as a baby at a gas station in Homestead. Okay, and so I've had this one for I think 6 years now. And when I kept him inside, he was actually very calm, really nice. But once he's moved outside, he's gone full wild. Okay.
But he's nice once you catch him and bring him inside.
Yeah,
Be
once you
really careful,
catch
please.
him.
Please be super careful.
Yeah. Are you gonna hold that?
Yeah, I'll hold this for you.
All right. Well, if he's already out and being crazy, I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah. Ooh.
There he
good?
is. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's like an alligator. Okay. Relax.
Gordo.
Easy, buddy.
But he's so sweet inside. Like if we go
Come on.
inside with him right now, he'll be puppy dog tame.
Relax, you're fine.
Hi.
There you go. Yeah, now he's calmed down
Why
a
don't you
bit.
tell everybody about the law that was passed this week?
Right, so, well, first off, let's just look at this guy because he's gorgeous. Look at that belly.
He is.
Gotta get his good side.
Oh yeah, he has a slight mouth deformity. Like Chris said, he was caught from the wild, so.
Yeah, so they just see, it looks like he's calmed down a lot already. But yeah, at first he is crazy. And like that's just a new thing since he's been outside. And other reptile people will be able to say the same thing. Once you move a reptile outside and they get natural sunlight, behavior can shift dramatically. But anyway, so they just actually passed a new law here in Florida requiring, or I guess banning, tegus and iguanas because they're both invasive species here in South Florida, which doesn't make any sense. Why would you ban them from people being able to own them if they're invasive in the environment? It's not like the wild tegus are going to open up newspaper. Oh, we're banned. I guess we have to leave now. I don't know. I think it's a really bad move.
I think
Because
so, too.
people who responsibly keep these animals are not going to be able to anymore. We got him microchipped and we're going to register him and hopefully we can still keep him. But it's going to make it really difficult. And I think this is a bad idea for a couple of reasons. For one, I know a lot of the tegus that are removed out of the wild out here are sold into the pet trade. So trappers are incentivized to get these guys out of the wild and then sell them into the pet trade. And that helps our native animals out. Now, the other thing is a lot of people breed and keep these guys, and if they find out it is now illegal to do so, they're just going to dump them. There's going to be a huge, and he's going crazy again, there's going to be a huge influx of these animals out into the wild and out of captivity right now. And so it's just, it's a really bad idea, a really bad problem.
I hope you put him back.
Yeah, he's getting upset. Let's put
We'll
him
have
back.
to show some clips of him inside when he's nice and sweet.
There you go.
We love you, just love us back. He's like, bye.
And he's, I don't know if he'll do it, but he's like crazy fast.
Usually yeah,
You gonna
lunges.
come out?
Oh, he's being pretty good.
He's being pretty good.
Oh,
Are
wow.
you gonna check it out?
It's almost like we're target training him.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing that with the stick, so.
Wow.
Yep.
Usually, like an alligator, he's like jumping at you with his mouth open. He's being super good.
Hey, look. There's food down there. Look. Nope. CY in my finger. Alright, put your bag.
Okay. So next to the Tegu, we have the monitor. He's not nice, so he's probably gonna just run by really quick. Let's see if we can find
Well,
him.
do you want to just put the camera down and look
yeah.
inside?
You think he's in here?
Yes. I was just...
He's not there.
Not?
No. Might be under the water dash. If you lift it a little, oh yeah, look, there he is. There's his foot. You can see his foot. So it's an Asian water monitor. I do kind of want to show people. Let's see if we can lift it a little. There he is. So that's an Asian water monitor that we got. He has a kinked tail and he had a very serious respiratory infection. So I got him and we treated him with for 2 months with antibiotic injections, and he's doing really, really well now. So this is their enclosure. And let's go to the side yard now.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my favorite part of the yard. This is our side yard where we have our chickens and the pig that we rescued, Petunia.
Petunia. You wanna sit? Can you sit? Sit, Petunia. Oh, there
Good
you
girl. That was a good sit.
go. And then all the chickens.
We just put fresh hay down today, so they were all rolling around in it. It was super cute. And then we also in this area have 2 redfoot tortoises and a Herman's tortoise. Look at what she did to the yard.
Yeah, we just put fresh hay down and she kind of wrecked everything.
Why don't you...
All right. So this chicken.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works.
This is baby chicken. She's not happy that I just caught her. Relax. But that's her name, baby chicken. And she's a variety called a Dorking. And she's interesting because she was actually dumped as a baby at a Walgreens parking lot. And so we rescued her. I know she doesn't want to sit with me right now. But she's one of our rescues. There you go. Hi, Petunia.
Yeah, as a baby, she was dumped at Walgreens in a box with her 2 siblings who didn't even make it the night. So she's the only one. And then Petunia, my baby girl, she was also dumped. We have a few videos on YouTube of her. She was dumped on the side of the highway on a dirt road. Oh, she wants belly rubs. So she's very happy here. She has this whole big spot, you know, with the chickens and the tortoises to just rummage around and root, which is a natural behavior. So I love her so much. Right? She's a sweet girl. Do you love her too, babe?
Mm-hmm. Look how happy she is.
I know. Are you smiling? Are you smiling? Oh my goodness. You want me to get you the rake for her? It's right over there. Oh, Tootie.
And then look, here comes...
Oh, there's our Herman's tortoise. So we got the redfoot, the Herman's tortoise, and Basil the box turtle all from the same gentleman who just has a lot. He has an extensive collection and he's getting older, so he was looking for a permanent home for them.
Get some carrots.
She's gonna follow you. So these are our 2 redfoots. This handsome guy is Tortellini, and then this is Rigatoni. She was actually supposed to be male, and we had a nice surprise, and we had some eggs. We got some eggs a couple months ago, which are incubating now. You guys want some cactus? We actually grow cactus for them. So Tortellini and Rigatoni. Tortellini was found walking around Miami, and she was found walking around Homestead. So both of the previous owners kept them for, you know, a few months, a few years, and then rehomed them to us. And Petunia's coming to steal from the tortoises.
No. 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 No.
She's doing pretty good. She's actually listening. Toonie, no. Good girl. No. You see how she's trying. She's thinking about it.
All right, so we have one last animal to show you guys that Gabby has had for a very long time.
So our last animal is in here. This is an animal that I've had for probably over 8 years now. Check him out. This is Momo. He's a sugar glider. They come from Australia. They were very common in the pet trade. Honestly, I don't post a lot about him on social media because I don't want to encourage people to buy them. They're so easy to get and they make awful pets. They need huge cages. They have a specific diet requirement. And a lot of people buy these guys, keep them in really small bird cages, only feed them fruit when they really need protein and insects, and they don't last very long, which is really sad. But I love him. Like I said, I've had him a long time.
How long?
Over 8 years. It just showed up on my Facebook memories, over 8 years. So he is older. You can see, you know, he has a little bit of arthritis in the back legs. His age is starting to show a little bit. But other than that, he's pretty healthy. They do have very sharp nails, and they cannot control themselves when they wake up. So look at that. They pee and poop all over you. It's fantastic. So that's another reason I don't recommend them. But yeah. Hi, sweet boy.
Should I give him a worm?
Sure, he would love a worm. There it is. Did you just drop it? So that wraps it up. That's all of our animals. How many would you say we have?
I wasn't keeping count.
20, 30?
I don't know.
A lot of them are like snakes and chickens, but you guys wanted to see them, so we hope you enjoyed. And if there's any animals in particular you want to learn more about or see, let us know. We'll try to do care videos on them. Do you have anything you want to add?
He's so cute.
Thank you so much for letting me have all these animals. I love you so much.